It's me, Black Bond. If you don't know, now you know. Twitter account, the Black BRI, part of the Weapon Wheel podcast, one of the original members. We were there at 5:45 p.m. Eastern. Check out myself, Broken Games HD, Jack Move Johnny, Kid Smooth, and Blandrew. And if you like to support extra content or you like to just support the homies and you want to check out additional stuff, we do have a Patreon. 356 strong. It is not mandatory, but hey man, we put out content and we appreciate the people that supports it. Prior videos include the PlayStation Showcase 2021 shows greatness. We have suffering from the COVID-19 and mental health issues, and we have Kid Smooth losing yet another bet. But speaking of the PlayStation Showcase, right people? You all know I gave it a positive review. 7 out of 10. They showed off 5 bangers in Spider-Man 2, Wolverine, God of War Ragnarok, Gran Turismo 7, and the KOTOR remake. That is 5 bangers. Then we had Uncharted 4 on PC, a Naughty Dog on PC, Sony continuing to bring the whole slate onto PC. And then we had Project Eve, which looks like a good game. Unless, you're a Eurogamer or a Digital Foundry who likes American women, clearly, or who likes giant whales and cows and fat, obese sweat hogs. I don't know what's going on over there. But apparently, good-looking, in-shape women scare them. So, let's talk about the Nintendo Direct. Directly trash, directly to you. Now remember, the criteria is the announcement of bangers, which Sony had 5. Pacing, which people complained about Sony. Presentation, which people complained about Sony. Yet we have a bunch of Japanese men that can't even speak English that have 4Kids level, poorly dubbed voices over them. That is automatically poor presentation. That is automatically poor pacing. That is automatically already taking me out of the mood of the conference when I'm hearing 4Kids dubbing in a conference. Imagine you being on a work call and you are listening to dubbed voices, people. Oh my God. So I don't want to hear anybody say that, oh, the presentation was fine and it flowed well. No. If Sony flowed poorly, then Nintendo's flowed terribly by your own criteria and by your own metrics, people. Let's go down this list. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. A fitting title, because Kirby is forgotten. He is not A tier. He is not B tier. Kirby is a C tier Nintendo franchise. He is nothing to get excited about. Excuse me. Nothing to get excited about. It's Kirby. When is the last time Kirby ever made waves in the gaming industry? Ever shocked the world or released a must-have Kirby game? When has it happened? Never. It is not a banger. Then we have, oh, this was rich. The Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack announced. So, not only do you have to pay for the crappiest online in gaming history, or at least modern gaming history, you have to pay an additional premium for the expansion pack pass to play old ass N64 and Genesis games that you can easily emulate on your computer in better quality. And get this, you can do it for the low price. I love Adventure of Lolo. Play that game. It's a good game. The low price of FREE free. Free like Smooth and Madden. Free. We've been emulating these games for over 2 decades now. And now Nintendo wants to not only charge you an additional fee to play some of these games, but they want to charge you $50 for a controller that came out in the late 80s. And then another $50 for a controller that came out in the mid 90s. Not modern day controllers, people. We're talking about controllers that are 2 decades plus old and one that is 3 decades plus old. This is crazy. BG is right. Nintendo are gangsters. They are the Yakuza. They have the Toho clan. They have Majima up there. They got Kiryu up there. They are running shit and pricing whatever they want. Cardboard, crappy online, old games, $70 ports, $60 Game Boy Advance games, $50 20 and 30-year-old controllers. Oh my god. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this up. Bayonetta 3 game... I'm sorry. Bayonetta 3 frames per second gameplay in a 2022 release window. How crazy is this, people? This game has been in development for 5 years and looks like absolute garbage. That the beginning of the trailer said not actual gameplay. That we've been worried that this game has been in development hell because the voice actress for Bayonetta claimed she hadn't even recorded any of her lines. I don't know if she was trolling or not, but people like Blandrew complain that Sony announces their games way too far in advance. But again, a 2017 game, it has a release window. Not a release date, a release window of 2022. Then we have Splatoon 3. Yay! In a year where we have finally a new Halo and a new Battlefield, and Splitgate is picking up steam, not to mention all the other shooters that people play that have high user bases and thriving communities, I don't care about Splatoon. Monster Hunter. Yay, another one. I'm not going to discredit Monster Hunter. It's always a good game. It's always at every Nintendo Direct. But how much Monster Hunter can y'all really play? For real. Smash Bros. Ultimate Final DLC Fighter will be revealed in early October. Animal Crossing will get its own Direct in October. So they really made 2 announcements for another 2 announcements. They made an announcement for an announcement, and they made another announcement for another announcement. Holy shit. Mario Party. Congratulations. We have Mario Golf. Yay! Congratulations. Oh, also, the Nintendo guys always talk about how Sony doesn't make games, they make movies, and yet Shigeru Miyamoto, one of the best game developers of all time, is working on a movie, not a game. But hey, at least you get Knights of the Old Republic. Oh, wait, you don't get the remake. You get an old Xbox game. Castlevania Advanced Collection. Yeah! That'd be good if I didn't already own all 3 games on the Game Boy Advance and all 3 games on the DS, and this thing called emulation didn't exist. But it does, and it's free. And the Game Boy Advance and the DS are pretty damn flawless and easy to emulate. ActRaiser. Not a game I'm particularly fond of. You know what would have really been awesome? Terranigma. Yeah, that would have been better. But now we're getting a remake of a 1990s game. An actual 1990 game, to be honest. So that's 30 years ago. Awesome. Not really. Triangle Strategy. I don't know why people are hyping this game up, because Octo Trash Traveler was not a good game. It was not. No. I don't care how it looks. It looks awesome. It looks cool and everything, but Square Enix hasn't shown that they've been able to make a good game with this development team. So, yeah, not a banger. Sorry. Oh, here's a good one. Voice of Cards. Oh, wow. Because everybody loves card games, right? Phantasy Star Online Episode 3, Bait and Kaidos. Man, those games just flew off the shelves. If it's not Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh!, nobody cares about card games. Oh, unless you're watching Little Karibo on YouTube and it's a children's card game. Mario Golf. Nobody really cares. Chocobo GP brings a Final Fantasy rate. Like, what is this garbage? Disco Elysium. We already played this game. And of course, we have a new trailer for Hyrule Warriors, Age of No Frame Rates, Age of Calamities Frame Rates, Age of Choppiness, Age of... Oh, God. Terrible. This conference literally came from the next dimension via that man. And the sad thing is, they announced no bangers. They showed no Breath of the Wild 2. They showed no Metroid Prime 4. Shin Megami Tensei 5 is going to be a good game, but visually it looks like a pile of garbage. Advance Wars, $60 for 2 Game Boy Advance games. Like, what is going on with Nintendo? Metroid Dread. That's the only game I'm going to be buying this year for my Switch. Because I've been waiting 21 years for Metroid Prime 5. I mean, Metroid 5. You might be waiting 21 years for Metroid Prime 5 because you're waiting about 10 years for Metroid Prime 4. But yeah, 21 years for Metroid 5. There was not one banger shown at this conference. Bayonetta was the closest, and we are still very worried about this game and the hell that the development cycle is taking. Meanwhile, Sony and Insomniac and the rest of their teams, Santa Monica, Polyphony Digital, are showing off Spider-Man 2, Wolverine, God of War, Gran Turismo 7, KOTOR. 5 bangers. We have no bangers at this conference, and yet I bet you the people that talked about the Sony showcase being lackluster and underwhelming are going to give this Nintendo conference a better grade. And they're going to probably make up bull crap like it was better paced and the presentation was better, even though they had 4 kids dubbed productions, dubbing Japanese men with the most ludicrous, plain, and boring dubbed voices. Next up is Kirby and the Forgotten Land Adventure for the Switch. But we all know that dubbed voices over people that can't speak English does not affect the presentation or the pace. Yes, it does. It does. This conference was a disaster. One of the worst in recent memory of any company. That includes Microsoft and Sony. Let's just hope that Metroid Dread is good. And hope that whenever this next conference in October is, Nintendo does better. Because this ain't it, Chief. This ain't it. I'm Black Bond. I will catch you guys Sunday on Weapon Wheel. Because a Calapes and a roast for Blandrew is definitely in order.